Hello everyone and welcome back to Story Studios, and this is my comparison video on every single Lego ATRT walker ever made. So these ATRT walkers span the test of time, going all the way back to the very first one, all the way to 2020. I think the first one was 2005. So that's like 15 years, guys. Like this is 15 years of Lego ATRT walkers, essentially. Each one coming with different types of clones. Each one has a slightly different design about them, has something very unique to each one, which makes them all just their own special entity. Here's the back view of the ATRT walkers as we go down the line. It was really interesting, this video, to make, just because I didn't realize there were so many ATRT walkers that Lego has made. Also, just seeing how Lego has changed and how they have improved through each one architecturally, and just the functions and the looks and everything, I thought was really interesting to see. Now we're going to take some time to go through each walker individually, and here we go. So here is the Lego Clone Scout Walker, and this is from set number 7250. This set came out in 2005. It is the first ATRT walker that Lego ever put out. Has 108 pieces, and it comes with this unique and exclusive minifigure, which is the Recon clone, which I really love how this clone looks. Has a little, let's see if we can see that little symbol on the torso piece, and it even has some maroon printing on the back of it. It's just one of those nice Phase 2 clone troopers that Lego originally made. Comes with the OG gun. Look at that with the old megaphone piece and the stud. That is nostalgia right there. And this set retailed for $10. New today, sealed in the box, it is worth $65, around that much. I love the feet design in this, the posability. The gun is a little interesting how this thing is just held on by that clip and it just sort of wiggles like that. The entire front of this walker turns, which I think is interesting for that design. But it is Lego's first one. I do like that this is in fact a printed piece, and the little antenna in the back is just that little Lego piece right there. But overall, pretty good walker. Next is the Clone Walker Battle Pack. This is set number 8014. This set came out in 2009 and is considered probably the father of battle packs, just because this battle pack came with 2 regular clones, 1 clone commander, which is just a regular clone with a bunch of accessories, and a clone gunner. First set we got a clone gunner in, I do believe. This set has 72 pieces, and it retailed for $11.99. Remember when battle packs were only $11.99? It's insane. If this set is found new, sealed in the box, it's around $72. It does come with 2 flickfire missiles on the side of it, and that's a pretty nice feature. And it does have stickers, unfortunately, 2 Republic insignia stickers on either side. And it's a 2-seater walker, which is not accurate, but it is nonetheless. Lego decided to do it, and I think it's kind of a cool concept. A 2-seated walker. We're actually going to see that later on in this lineup, but there it is. This little guy is set number 30006. That's right, 3 zeros in that identification number. This is the Clone Walker. This was, in fact, a polybag, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This set comes from 2009. It has 31 pieces. Retails for £3.99, which I think is around $5 US. And it's interesting that this only came in pounds, so I'm thinking maybe this was one of those foil bags that you can only get in Europe or something like that. Maybe, not really quite sure what's going on there, but it came with a singular clone trooper, no gun, and worth new, it's around $23 still in the packaging, but it's definitely the smallest one. The next walker is from set number 8098, which is the second clone turbo tank that was ever made. This clone turbo tank was made in 2010 and came with 11,041 pieces. As far as clones go, it came with a single clone, which is this one, and then it did come with a clone commander, which is just a regular clone, as I said before, with a bunch of accessories on it. This walker actually folds up pretty nicely, and then it fits inside the clone turbo tank using these sort of groove pieces right here. The set was $119.99 and new, sealed in the box. You can find it for $368. I particularly like this walker because I think it's generally closest to minifig scale, and I also really like how they did this like gun design down here, and it, can move up and down, it can move side to side. I do like the minimalistic design of it. However, I do think this part of the walker right here is really blocky. Like, it's just really thick, and I feel like it needs to be like sleeker, skinnier. But yeah, essentially this part is really the only part that I don't like. But yeah, it's small, it's compact. I really like this one. Some people might not know or recognize this walker. This is because this walker came in the Lego Brickmaster book. And if you don't know what the Brickmaster series are, essentially it comes with two minifigs. This one came with a Phase 1 Clone Trooper and a B1 Battle Droid, and it comes with a certain number of pieces. Essentially, there are 4 different types of builds you can do. They always come with like 2 miniature builds of some ships. They also come with 3 other builds in which your clone trooper can fight the droid. So it comes with 3 builds for like the clone and 3 builds for the droid to fight against each other. The identification number of this is ISBN 97807566631117. This book came out in 2010, and it has, I believe, 251 pieces. It says 240 bricks and 2 minifigs, so I think in all that's 251. And then it retails for $29.99 US. My parents got this for me a while ago. This was actually a really nice. I really liked it just because it was a 4-in-1 essentially. But yeah, you can see that it's a pretty rudimentary build. There is another Brickmaster book that came out more recent, and it did have a walker in it, but this book actually called this walker an ATRT. The other book called it a WTRT, which stood for a water terrain recon transport instead of all-terrain recon transport. And it honestly was the dumbest looking thing. Like, here's a picture of it. That just looks so awful. I didn't want to add it because A, it's not an ATRT technically, and 2, it looks awful. So I like this one particularly just because this moves back and forth like this, and it's sort of like a walking turret. I think that's really a cool design. And also you can see that little bumper plate right there is preventing this from turning farther, which I think when I was a kid, I just like took that piece off, replaced it with a flat piece so that this could turn not 360 degrees, but pretty darn close to it. I like the lights in the front, and the gun is interesting. The gun does move like down and up like that, but I don't know why you would really do that. And yeah, that is the Brickmaster ATRT walker. This is ATRT, the only set actually that is titled with ATRT, which is ironic out of all these walkers. Set number 75002 comes from the year 2013, 222 pieces, and comes with a Phase 2 501st clone. Actually, the first rendition of the Phase 2 501st clone ever. And this was a really nice set because it retailed for $19.99. And could you imagine, like, this set is the equivalent of a battle pack today. Set also came with a sniper droid, came with a commando droid, and a Yoda minifigure. I really like the design of this gun in the front. It's pretty accurate. The feet are nice. This walker, however, looks a little blocky to me. It just doesn't look as sleek as the other ones, but this was based off of the Umbaran arc slash the Slaves of Katavo arc, sort of, but the box art kind of looked more like Umbara. You can place the gun right there behind the trooper. Antenna, obviously, this is one of the larger size walkers, so definitely really out of proportion. If you want to get the set new, it is $54 usually. Next is the Geonosis Troopers Battle Pack, the walker that comes with that set number 75089. This set came out in 2015, has 105 pieces, and it comes with Geonosis Troopers. However, I never got this pack, and as you see, you can obviously see why. This walker really sucks. Just look at, I mean, the big, you thought stud shooters were bad in the front walkers? Look at this thing. Look at this massive stud shooter in the front. Just looks awful. And also all the clone troopers came with stud shooters, so like I really didn't want this set. So I never got it. So I built this out of the spare pieces I have, and instead of using the burnt orange color, I used maroon just because I think it just looks more Republic that way. But we all know how this big stud shooter thing goes. Like, obviously this is the brick-built gun, but then you just turn this in the back, and the yellow thing in the center flicks out all the studs, so in rapid succession. I don't want to do it just because I don't want to lose any. But yeah, this was just not a good one in my opinion. Also just doesn't look good. It also seats 2 clones, which I was going to say this is ironic because this is the second time a battle pack includes an ATRT walker. And the first time they include an ATRT walker, there's also 2 seats for the clones. So maybe they're just following in that odd tradition. This set also retails for $12.99 US dollars. If you want to buy it new, you can buy it new for $49. The next walker comes in the most recent clone turbo tank. This is from the set number 75151. I also don't have this clone turbo tank set because I thought it was too small and it was overpriced, and I didn't like a lot of what came with it. This, as far as clone troopers go, comes with a scout trooper, and also comes with Egg, Phase 2 Commander Gree. This is from 2016, has 903 pieces, and it retailed for $109.99 US dollars, and brand new you can get it today for around $250 actually. I tried to keep to the general color scheme of the actual ATRT walker, which is this like olive green. Obviously I just didn't have all the pieces for that, so like all of this up here should be olive green, this circular piece should be olive green, but yeah. Anyway, this is one of those really small walkers that I don't actually remember if this fit in the clone turbo tank. I want to feel like it did. This one comes with antennas, unlike the other clone turbo tank ATRT walker, but this one does come with a dumb stud shooter in the front on one of those ball so like a ball socket pieces. So this has a lot of different maneuverability. I really don't like it. So yeah, there's that one. This next ATRT walker is called Clone Scout Walker, and is the 20th anniversary edition. As you can see, it comes with another Kashyyyk Trooper. This is set number 75261. It came out in 2019, has 250 pieces. It also came with a little barracks. It came with a Wookiee. I think it might have been Chewbacca actually, or it might have just been a standard Wookiee warrior. I think it came with a B1 battle droid, maybe. It definitely came with a Dwarf Spyro droid, and it also came with an exclusive 20th anniversary Darth Vader minifigure. This set retailed for $29.99, and brand new you can get it for around $61. This is a pretty good looking walker. I guess it's okay that the gun consists of half brick, half stud shooter. I would much prefer the gun on the 501st ATRT walker, the one that we had already looked at, but whatever. The feet pretty much going along the lines of the same design. I do like the color scheme of this one better, and this one is in fact the tallest ATRT walker. Part of that is because of the antenna that they use on the back, but there it is. Finally, we have the most recent walker, which is from the set 75280, the 501st Legion Clone Troopers, aka the 501st Battle Pack. This set came out in 2020 already. Like, it's 2023. It came out in 2020. That's so long ago. It has 285 pieces, and it came with 3 501st Troopers and 1 Jetpack Trooper, along with 2 B1 Battle Droids. It retail for $29.99. You can get it new today for $30. Not really, well, I guess, I don't know if you can get it new for today for $30 because it is technically retired. The one thing I like about this set is that it's skinnier. It does like look sleeker than any of the other walkers, I believe. Even in this big form, it does have that very like nice sleek look that the ATRT walkers are given. The feet go off of similar designs as well, posable legs. It does have a dumb stud shooter as its gun, which I don't like, and it has quite a bit amount of stickers. It does have 2 hinges in the back, or clips in the back so that you can put clone binoculars and a DC rifle gun if you want, or just any weapon. And this is, yeah, that's the walker. Just something quick at the end, I just wanted to show everyone my ATRT walker design, which I used in my Liberty on Rylath mock. This is the Lightning Squad ATRT walker. I like the angle. I don't know. I think I mean, of course I made it, so of course I'm gonna like it better. But I think as far as minifig scale go, I, I I think looks pretty darn nice, and I don't like how much brick is in this particular area, but I think overall the general shape of this is pretty darn good. If I had to edit or change anything of this, it would definitely be the feet design. I'd want them to be more clawed than triangle, so maybe I'll try to edit that, but that is my personal ATRT walker. So before I go ahead and rank these, I think it's important to point out two of my categories, which is minifig scale. I think I'm going to have to give it to the clone turbo tank, the second clone turbo tank that had this ATRT walker in it. And why is that? Well, essentially the ATRT walker is around the same size as two clones standing on top of one another. Given that size, the ATRT walker itself is just about that height of two standard clone troopers. So I really like this walker that LEGO gave in the Clone Turbo Tank set. I think it's a good one, and I think it's the most scale accurate. But which walker do you think is my favorite when it comes to best looking? I have to go with the Scout Walker from the 20th Anniversary Edition set. I just think this one looks the best, even though it does have a dumb stud shooter. It does have a regular gun at the front. So I do just overall like the look of this ATRT walker the best. It looks sleek enough. I like the design in the back. I like the Technic usage here. I do like the feet that they use these pieces. I do like that they use the really tall antenna. I think like that one is my favorite one. I just have the camera focus, please. And then the Scout Walk, I just like the color scheme of this one better. The stickers I also like. And yeah, this is just a really good one. I think as far as the gun of the ATRT Walker, I do have to give that point to the ATRT with the first 501st Trooper. But as far as overall look, I think I have to give it to the second to most recent one. Starting from the lowest going to the top, this is my ranking overall of all of the walkers. Some of the reasons have to do with playability, some of it is looks, some of it is just nostalgia, pure nostalgia. Others are just like, which one would I rather have on display? And of course, the best looking I have at the front in second, the Walker from the 501st Legion Battle Pack, just because that's such a good set. And I do actually really like the look of that Walker, with the exception of that stud shooter in the front. But besides, I think it's a pretty perfect Walker. Also, I mean, if you also don't care about minifig scale, the third one, I just feel like this is just such a like it's just such a throwback, and it's just authentic classic Lego back then. Then this one, just because I do like how it is the most minifig accurate, and it looks really good. And then we have the 501st one. It just looks a little bit too blocky for me. Had to put the Clone Trooper Battle Pack, the OG one. That's just like, you just have to put that up there. Brickmaster, because it's nostalgic in the sense that my parents got that for me, and I had a lot of fun building a lot of stuff from those pieces. So it just has connected to good memories. This one, it just looks stupid, and it looks dumber. And then this one's just, I mean, this one had to be last. It's just the dinkiest one out of all of them. But this is my ranking of the ATRT walkers. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, this comparison of all of the LEGO ATRT walkers ever made. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord, click the link, the bell icon as well, so you get notified when I'm posting new content. That being said, this is Sawyer Studios, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.